right, so the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take off, excuse me, the tape from the battery mount, because that is mounted at this point. You can see from the side view here, so that is mounted correctly. So the next thing that we're gonna do, excuse me, is put on the pager motor. So I'm gonna just check what it says over here. It says next install motor M1 is shown observing lead color orientation and leaving the leads their full length. So I'm looking at the diagram here, and on this side, the red wire is going to be this way and the blue wire this way. So I'm going to peel off this backing. This just is an adhesive. All right, and then I'm going to put the blue wire through this side and carefully put my red wire through the opposite side. Okay, and I'm just being careful to not let the motor touch to stick until I've pulled it through about as far as I can. That looks pretty good, so I'm going to press this down now to adhere it. My goodness. Okay, and then when I flip this back over, I'm going to check where these are mounted. So I'm checking, I think actually this diagram is the best, and I can see they're going to be on these two bottom foil pieces here. So I'm going to go over how to mount those. Okay, so I just went and grabbed these because I wanted to show you. So the blue is going to be to this side, to that bottom piece. There will also be a resistor that goes there as well later, and then the red to the opposite side. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, this will probably be the easier way to do this. So I'm going to clip this in here, and I'm going to have to show you how to build up the solder, since we are surface mounting these components. So just give me a second. I am tinning the tip of my soldering iron off camera. Okay, so again, you want a shiny finish on the tip of your soldering iron. Okay, and what I need to do, so I'm gonna have for the red side, I need to put a little mound of solder right here. All right, so I'm gonna heat it, and then I take away. So I just heated it quickly, and it sort of goes around that area. And I wanna take away the solder before I take away the soldering iron. And then I'm gonna do another little piece right here. So I'm gonna just heat right there. So I've got two little mounds. Okay, so the first step is to heat up those areas. Next, what we're gonna do, and you'll wanna avoid touching the components with your fingers because the heat's gonna travel through them. I'm gonna try to use tweezers to bend this red wire. I'm gonna have it touch, and then I'm just gonna touch the solder to it a little bit here, the soldering iron, excuse me, so that it holds it in place. So give me a second, that did not, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more solder on top of that. So that's like roughly in there. If you look at this, this is sort of in there, but it's not as complete as it could be. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more solder on top so that this is joined well. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other side. All right, so at the end of this step, you should have your battery mounted and then your motor mounted.